ॐ सच्चिदानंद परब्रह्मा परमात्मा पुरुषोत्तमा श्री भगवती समेत श्री भगवते नमः. The one who is all, who is in all, and in whom is all, may bless us to be successful, happy, peaceful, and prosperous. Dear devotees, I am very happy to discuss today about the saints of Deepa Jyothi. Deepa Jyothi, we are all familiar. Every house will definitely have a Deepa Jyothi, and we will light the Deepa Jyothi. And this concept of Deepa Jyothi has a very high esoteric, mystic, and scientific significance. It has implications and meaning in the spiritual, philosophical, and in the field of science. Deepa Jyothi is a symbol of fire. We have to therefore analyze and understand what fire means in the realms of science, philosophy, and spirituality. First, let us take the science, because that is what a rational mind wants to know. The science says that this universe arose out of a big bang. The big bang it defines as a minute atom, highly powerful condensed energy blasted, and a huge fire energy arose. The fire energy of indescribable and unquantifiable temperature. This fire energy took several billion years to cool down. It became then fire dust. The dust consolidated into stars, which are by themselves fire energy, and our sun is one such star. And from this fire energy, the other Panchabhutas, material elements arose, like water, air, earth, and space. And it further says it is this fire energy which is sustaining the universe in the form of atoms. Because it says the stars are continually emitting the atoms in the form of photons, and these photons are the founding blocks or the building blocks of the various material or objects in this universe. It also says it is these atoms that forms the cells, and the cells form the organs and body of any being, including human beings. It explains further the atom at its core, that is at its nucleus, it is fire energy. That is why when you break an atom, it releases huge energy that leads to atomic power. It further says atoms have, or for that matter, fire has two components, which is light and heat. The light is very important for vision and heat is very important for life. We all know that a dead body has no heat. The heat has evaporated or it has left the body. It further says that this fire energy is at the core of human beings, at its gut. The high temperature hydrochloric acid is what is making the digestion possible through which human beings are living. Also, it is the photosynthesis of this fire energy by the plants that makes living possible. The photosynthesis happens out of the fire energy in the photons absorbed by the leaves through the process of using the water, air, earth, and in the space. So it says, Saint says, at the core of this universe is fire. Now let us see what the philosophy says. If you take Vedas, Vedas declare that at the beginning of the universe there was a Bindu. That Bindu desired to manifest and it expanded. When it expanded, huge energy got released and that energy became various forms and shapes. The creation process described by Vedas is that the fire arose and from fire the rest of the elements arose and from there all other things, materials and life arose. Vedas declare that fire is the root. That is why the Rig Veda, which is the oldest wisdom document in the universe, starts with Agni Mile Purohitam, saying that fire is the source of everything. Vedas declare Agni or fire as something that can manifest anywhere and everywhere, and it is eternal and inextinguishable, and it expands, and it is all pervasive. It says it is Akshara, that is eternal and inextinguishable, Brahma, that is it is ever expanding and manifesting, and it is Purusha, which is ever present and omnipresent, and Jada Vedas, that is omnipotent. So Vedas declare fire as the root. Vedas also say the fire is a combination of two energies. One is light and heat. Vedas say light gives the knowledge, the vision, including the divine vision, and the fire gives sustenance and ability to live. Out of the Panchakoshas, Vedas declare while all the koshas are maintained by the fire, that is light and heat energy, the Annamaya Kosha, the heat energy is more. In Pranamaya Kosha, that is the vital body, the heat element is more, though light element is there in both these things, but the composition percentage is heat more and light less. But once you go to Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha, that is mental, knowledge, and bliss sheets, the light energy is more and the heat energy is less. But the whole being is sustained by this light and heat energy. But for this, no being can live. This is applicable not only to human beings, it is applicable to everything on this universe, starting from dust to the galaxy. That is why stars are emitting the light and heat energy, sun is emitting, even a stone has the light and heat energy. Spiritually let us look at what this means. What is light and heat? Fire, as we know, has two components. Two sides of this coin of the fire. One side is light, other side is heat. What does it mean? Light signifies the consciousness or self awareness. Heat signifies the power or energy to live and act. That is, the light and heat is the animating force or the spirit, which is the root of everything. We have discussed in the video on spirituality that we are all spiritual beings having a human body. That spirit, which is the core of human being, is nothing but this fire having light and heat, that is consciousness and energy. This light and heat or consciousness and energy combo is the Shiva and Shakti or the Purusha and Prakriti. This combo is only maintaining the entire universe, and this combo is present in us as a divine spark or Atman, which is a part of the universal Brahman. Now, our ancient rishis understood that for success and welfare of human beings, this divine energy, which is the light and heat, or the Purusha and Prakriti, or the consciousness and animating force, if that can be maintained and enhanced, we can have a happy and successful life. In their deep meditation, they realized the best way is a fire prayer or a fire ritual. When we say fire prayer or fire ritual, it is not as what we understand today, a mechanical thing. They wanted constant meditation on this fire principle. They felt that if a person is able to meditate on the fire principle, under the law of thought, you become what you think. You can enhance your internal divine energy. And to make it focused, as a human being wants some external instrument for focusing our thoughts, they created this fire external sacrifice. These external fire sacrifices are meant, as per the original Veda, for our meditation on the fire principle. Over the period of time, the spirituality in these fire sacrifices was lost and only the rituality remained. Then they realized that Since it is very elaborate and beyond the reach of all human beings, they brought the Upasana principle. Vedas have three components or kandas: Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, and Jnana Kanda. Karma Kanda is this fire rituals, and Upasana Kanda is pujas, and Jnana Kanda is Upanishads. While in Karma Kanda, the external fire rituals intending to create a mental concentration on the fire principle of the divine energy within us or the divine spark within us was the objective. In the Upasana Kanda, they converted into a simple practice of a puja with a lighter lamp as the center around which other idols were placed. You can see in any puja, the first thing that is done is lighting a lamp. So the lamp is the core, and around which our Ishtadevatas are placed. These are all for concentration, and the idea is with proper meditation, one can enhance their internal energy, which is in the form of fire, that is light and heat. And over a period of time, they realized there is a better way of doing this, which is a pure internal meditation that is directly meditating on the internal spark. So they came to dhyana and dharana. Upanishads therefore concentrates on this, leaving away all the external paraphernalia. But here, if you look at the fire rituals, are beyond the reach of common man because it involves elaborate arrangements and perhaps very costly also. And the Jnana Kanta, Upanishad's internal dhyana and dharana may be difficult for an ordinary man to comprehend. So the middle path, that is the Upasana, that is meditating on a lamp or Jibat Jyoti, is the best way to enhance our internal divine energy. That is why, as I told, lighting a lamp and keeping the lamp alive, glowing at all points of time was made a very important exercise. Agnihotra was an elaboration of this where a fire was kept glowing all through the day. There are many houses where the lamp is never extinguished. If you take Sai Baba temple, the fire that he ignited in Shirdi is still glowing. Now this fire or Jyoti was understood as the core principle of spirituality and which can be used for common good, became the focal point in many temples. If you take Shabarimala, the Mahara Jyoti is a very, very important festival where lakhs and lakhs of people go there and worship God in the form of Jyoti. And in Tiruvannamalai, similarly, it is worshipped in the form of Jyoti. In Vadalur, the sage worshipped God itself as Jyoti, Ramalinga Adigalar. And in our celebration system, Deepavali, as the name itself indicates, is celebrated as a day when we light many lamps and worship and invoke the God energy as Deepa Jyothi. Also, the lamp festival is celebrated in the Purnima day of Kartika month by lighting lamps, because on this day the Anamalai Jyoti Darsanam is also being done. So, this Jyoti worship is a fundamental part of our scientific living because it enhances our internal energy. A person who doesn't understand all these things, even if he participates in this festival, there is a rub off effect that he is able to imbibe the divine energy from all these things. Not only in Hinduism, in Christianity, if you look at the candle worship, is the most preferred worship of Lord Jesus. In Judaism, it is again fire worship. In Zoroastrianism, it is fire worship. If you go to Egypt, original Egyptian religion, it is fire worship. In Buddhism, it is again fire worship. Wherever you go, the philosophy clearly understood the importance of this fire for enhancement and upliftment of human beings. The easiest way you can enhance your internal powers is by meditating on the Deepa Jyoti. A Deepa Jyoti is capable of driving away all the negative energies and absorbing the positive energies. That is why in any temple we see the ultimate Aradhana will be Deepa Aradhana. After completing everything, the climax will be Deepa Aradhana because they knew that a Deepa Aradhana is the best Aradhana for enhancing the fire power in everybody. Because this fire rests in the human body, it fire rests in the intelligence or mind, thoughts. Fire rests in the intellect, intuition, soul, and finally in the Atma. It is through the enhancement of this fire energy, that is the light and heat energy within us, or the animating force within us, we can grow spiritually. And the more we grow spiritually, that is when we increase our internal energy, we are going to succeed enormously, as we discussed in the video on spirituality. Like Sangeeta Yoga, this Deepa Jyoti worship is one of the easiest way to grow spiritually and enhance our internal energies and succeed in life. That is why in many temples, in month of Thai or Adi, this Deepa group Deepa Jyoti prayers with 108 or 1008 ladies participating is conducted so that they will also be benefited and the entire community will also be benefited. So, let us understand now the science behind this Deepa Jyoti, and having understood this, use it in our practice to enhance our internal energies and succeed in our life. Om Rishabharuda Parabrahmane Namaha.